Have a red dot and record it says on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, good. So first things first, when you get to site, obviously you need to choose your pitch, so where you're going to go. With the caravan club site, they normally says, right, go and find what you want, which one you want to go and put your caravan on. When you get to the pitch, before you unattach it, just have a look at the pitch, see how level it is. Hard standing tends to be level anyway, or pretty level. Grass obviously can be quite uneven, depending on where you put it. So reverse your van onto your pitch using the car. Have a look, see if your van has it's on a bit of a slope or not.
Yeah. Side
to side first. If it is leaning to one way or the other, you're going to need to level it. The way to level it, you can buy these plastic chock things like ramps. And all you do is just use the car and pull it up onto that ramp, so it lifts to one side up or the other, whichever is the lowest.
Yeah.
Okay. Spirit level is obviously useful.
Yeah.
That gives you a good indication on how level it is. The importance of obviously leveling is, one, if you're lying in bed and you start rolling over and you're not level. Also the drainage on your sinks. So if you've got sink is that way, plug hole's this end, it's just going to sit in the sink there and not go down the plug hole. And also the fridge doesn't like it when it's running on gas if it's on an angle either. Okay, so once you've got it level side to side, all you do then, you need to get the car out of the way. So first things first, put the handbrake on. So all you do, just pull the handbrake on. They're similar to a car-ish, unless you've got these electronic ones there. So all you do is pull that up, and then I'll show you how to wind it. I don't know if you've used a trailer before or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll show you that when we put it actually onto the car.
Yeah,
it's easy to show when we're attaching it. So all you do then, you obviously disconnect everything, lift it up off the tow ball, and then get the car out of the way.
Yeah.
Then you're going to use the jockey wheel. So you're just using this to wind the nose up or down, so you get it level front to back then.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you've done that, then you can start winding legs down. So you've got your leg winder here.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a drill with a connection arm which is similar to that, which makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
If you're doing this by hand, so there's one on either side at the front, and there's two at the back as well. So it's just that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes quite a while with that. I'll just go and find my drill as long as no one's taking. And I'll show you how quick it is. If you're doing that, if you're doing it all in by hand, or even you're just doing one by hand, I would get all the rest of them done with this. You know, that's the difference in speed and effort. As easy as that. If you're doing it by hand, you're going to be there for hours, and if it's raining, it's even more fun. Okay, so all I do is wind it down to the ground, do all four.
Yeah.
Then just give it a bit of a movement. If you can see it moving on them pads. Obviously, it's not wound down enough. Just tweak it a little bit. They're not there to lift the van. Okay,
yeah,
they're just there to stop it bouncing around when you're walking in it. So again, they're not there to jack the van up if you're trying to change a wheel. Okay, because they're right at the extremes of the van. The chassis could do that if you start trying to overlift it. Okay, it puts a lot of stress on. So once you've done all that, then you're ready then to start connecting the services. Okay, I'm just going to wind this back up because that's me, so we don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so have at least one leg down at the back before you jump in.
Yeah.
Okay, otherwise you could be doing that and looking at the sky when you jump in the back. It's a bit embarrassing, especially on site when things are starting to do that. Okay, so get at least one leg down. If you've still got it connected to the car, obviously that's stopping it from tipping up anyway. Okay?
Yeah.
So next thing is connect the services. So obviously the likelihood is you can open your gas locker, get bits and pieces out. Okay, so what I tend to do is switch the gas on, which is that one there. To change your gas, all you need to do is, I don't know if you've ever used gas or not, it's a reverse thread.
Okay.
Okay, so that is reversed. So if you've ever heard the saying, righty tighty, lefty loosey, it's opposite. So it's lefty tighty, which can be a bit confusing, but yeah, it is an opposite thread. Okay. And you obviously need a spanner, just make sure that is spanner tight. And to turn the gas on, you just turn that. So it's like a tap.
Yeah.
That turns it on.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so then, obviously, other bits you need, obviously, your waste master and Acarol. We've got our Acarol, obviously, there at the moment. If you can see, it's got a handle. If you've been on site with your parents.
Yeah. And just,
Yeah, so obviously, jobs for kids.
Yeah.
They can obviously go off and...
I like doing that.
Yeah, so that's good. Obviously, when you go to empty the wastewater, you do that as well. So, what you've got, you're sitting down the side now. Right. So what we got here, that's obviously a full Acarol. This is the pump that pumps the water from the Acarol into the van.
Oh,
okay, so this comes with it.
Yeah.
Obviously full Acarol, connected to there, just clicks in. To release it, just pull back on that trigger.
Yeah.
Okay, so that just clicks in. Obviously, you don't get this bread tray thing that we've got.
Yeah.
It's obviously a lot easier for us to doing that. Underneath there, you see there's 2 outlets. So
Yeah.
that pipe which is sitting
Oh, that's
there, all you do is just push in,
in.
and then you just your Wastemaster, just put it alongside the van.
Yeah.
If you've seen a Wastemaster, they've got a narrow end.
Yeah.
It's got like an L shape. You could slide it under the van if you wanted to, but the handle is on the narrow end. And if that's underneath the van, you're trying to pull out 38 litres of water in that tub, it's going to be
Difficult.
So yeah, just put it alongside like that. Obviously, the other thing is, obviously, once you've used all the water out your Akerol, the likelihood is that Wastemaster is likely to be full as well.
Yeah.
So just check it. I just did it.
Just Daddy.
All right, no worries. He's very fine. This.
You in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just be careful. There's a tractor moving around.
Harry's coming.
All right. Okay. So connect your wastewater alongside.
Yeah.
Because when you start getting the water into the van, obviously it's going to be coming out to the waste.
You know the
waste
gas?
Yes.
No, you don't need to video me. You know the gas, can you keep it connected when you're travelling? Or
Yes,
do you
you can keep it connected, but
Just
turn it
turn it
off.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
turn it off. Okay, that's good. Okay, so once you've connected the water in your wastewater as well,
Yeah.
this here is the cover for the vent, which is this here,
Yeah.
which is the boiler. Okay, so if you're going to operate on gas, that needs to come off. It will, if you leave it on accidentally, don't worry, it will cut itself off anyway. It won't try and light it if this is still on.
Yeah.
Or it'll try to light it, but it'll just shut down.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you use the boiler on electric, you don't need to take this off.
Okay.
Okay, well I've taken that off because I need to show you.
Does it just like set like that's a vent? So if
Daddy.
you're
Yeah,
using
so
the
that-
boiler with gas, you need to take that
Make
off.
sure the vent comes off.
Daddy.
Yeah, so that, for travelling, make sure that's on.
Getting tired.
Yeah, it does get a bit heavy over a period of
Yeah.
time. Alright,
Mum's been good.
okay.
So vent.
So that your boiler, when you operate on gas, the cover needs to be off.
Yeah.
It will fail to light. If you leave it on, it will just shut off
Okay.
safety-wise anyway.
Lovely.
If you operate on electric, you don't need to take that off.
Okay.
Okay. Next one on, along is the fun bit of it. I'll just go and get the keys. You might have seen this already.
Thank you. I'll prove that he's coming in shortly.
Right. I'm recording yet, so you're on candid camera as well.
We can watch it later.
Right,
And forget
so-
to-
Toilet end of the van, obviously the fun bit. Don't know if you really want kids probably emptying it, perhaps not,
No.
I don't know. But this is your flush tank, okay? This is what flushes your toilet,
Yeah.
okay? What you do is you put a small amount of pink chemical in there. That's obviously one to make it smell nice when you're flushing it, and it also helps clean the bowl, okay? The only time you know it's full is when you look through there and you can see the level.
Okay.
The only time you know it's empty is when you're flushing it and there's nothing coming out, okay? Do not travel with it full, because if it's full and it overflows into the van, you're going to have pink chemical in the van. It's obviously
Yeah.
it's going to be staying in your car. It's obviously not dirty, but it's just you don't want to be that sloshing around. You can travel with some in it. Obviously, you can travel with some in there. So if, obviously, when you're travelling, trying to park this up, and obviously kids 5 minutes down the road, oh, I want to go to the toilet. You can pull into a lay-by. Obviously, you can still use it. Okay.
Yep.
Waste cassette, which is this one here. To release it, just lift up the orange lever. It should slide out easy. If it's not sliding out easy, the likelihood is someone's left the wastegate open on the toilet. Push it back in, go inside, make sure it's closed.
Yeah.
Then slide out. You got handle and wheels, obviously for easy of carting off to the emptying point. To use it, obviously before you use it, you need to put a blue chemical in. So what you can do is, you've got a measuring jug there,
Ah,
blue chemical in, and around about a pint or litre of water. That helps to break down the nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? Then obviously that's ready to use. Obviously put that back in, slide it back in.
Yeah.
Obviously when it's full, obviously you need to go and cart it off and empty it. If you've been to one of them places, it's obviously a chemical emptying point, not a drain.
Yeah.
Okay, it goes into a proper emptying place. No, they could be outside or inside. Club, caravan club, it could be either. What you'll find is it's normally got a big white funnel with a big hole in the centre of it and a brick wall around it. Right, don't put that on the brick wall, because if you go knock that down the big hole, you're not going to be sticking your hand down there trying to fetch that back out again. Okay, and the warden probably not going to be, he's going to be a bit upset.
Yeah. You'll be
You might have to
dangled
be holding
upside
on to his ankles if he does, if he's got his head anyway. Obviously you don't. So just put that on the floor. When you go to empty it, just put it on the floor behind you.
Yeah.
Some posh sites now have a little shelf just to put that on. Right. Okay, so that just slides in, clicks in. What you've also got up here is your drain for your flush tank. So in the winter, obviously not when you get to site, but in the winter that needs to be drained down.
Yeah.
Okay, so all you can do is just flush it into whatever's remaining into that tank if you wanted to, and obviously dispose of it. But just drain the last little bit by pulling that plug out. That drains the last bit out.
Brilliant.
Okay. Otherwise, it's fun. Going into it. Right. So you've got the 2 point, obviously 2 legs at the back,
Yeah.
which is your winder point is there, one either side. So as I said, get at least one down before you jump in.
Yeah.
Obviously all 4 is obviously preferable. Right, coming around to this side then. So we've got all the water and whatever set up the other side now. Next thing is obviously setting up your electrics. Okay, to connect it. So all you do is obviously unravel the cable fully.
Yeah.
Then obviously you connect that. Always connect to the van first.
Yeah.
Okay, so all you do is just slide that in there. Make sure it's pushed all the way on.
Yeah.
Because if you don't push it all the way on, it can arc and then it could end up welding it actually plugged to the socket. Then all you do, stick that into that groove there,
Yeah.
then lock it up. Okay?
Yeah.
Then, as we said, fully unravel it and make sure then you can go and plug into your bollard.
Yeah.
Alright? Always do, as I said, always do it to the caravan first. If you're doing it the other way around and doing it to the bollard first, you've got a cable that could be live, walking across wet grass. Might not be a happy outcome. Alright? Right, I've got my torque spanner there. It's very important. This is something you do, obviously checks before you leave, before you go on holiday. Check the wheel nuts. It's very important. There's 110 Newton meters, which is inside your handbook. Okay, cheers. So it is in your handbook. Just make sure you are checking them regularly.
Yeah.
Alright, obviously tyre pressure as well. If it's got tyre pressure on the plate by the door there, it should have, I would have thought. Okay. So that's more or less everything on the outside. Happy
Yeah.
happy with that? Right, so if you want to go inside now, I'll show you all the fun things inside. Are you glad you're using the camera now, or is it... No, you won't.
I've been
Go away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you see these new ones,
Come and sit down.
they've got this Swift command you can operate off now. It's just got heating, lighting, and it's a lot of technology. Right, if you just want to come back this way.
Sorry.
That's all right, no worries. Obviously, I didn't tell. I just said you go in. I didn't say where to. I just said right. This is your control panel. Okay. The first thing you need to switch on is your master switch. Obviously, you can see everything's all up and running. If I switch that off now, that's switching your 12-volt systems off. Okay.
Yeah.
The van runs on 12-volt systems, so you need to switch it on. Okay, when you're using it.
Yeah.
So when you're on site, you don't need to switch it off. Just leave it
Leave it on.
Don't switch the water pump on straight away. I'll tell you why in a second. Lights master switch. So even though you've got individual light switches, if you're obviously going out for the, I've left the light on at the front there. You can just switch that off.
Okay.
Or you could just leave one light on, and then as you come in, you just switch that, and it switches all the lights on for you when you get back. Also, awning light. So this one above the door, obviously, gives you a bit of light inside as well, which is quite useful because when you shut that door at night and you've left your awning light on, at least you can see it's on.
Yeah.
On mine, you can't. you open it. Oh, I've left the light on all night, and you don't realise you've done that. Okay.
Well, can I just put them on there?
Yeah, no dirty shoe anyway. Alright, are you happy with this bit?
Yeah.
What it also shows you in this little dial here is your voltage of your battery. So if you were operating using your van without electric,
Yeah.
which this will do, you can keep an eye on what your voltage of your battery is.
Yes.
Okay? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as we come in now, so the first thing you tend to do is get your water system up and running. So the reason why I say do not switch your water pump on straight away is one, see where that can go.
Yeah.
If that's over here and you've left that open to drain, you switch that water pump on with the water connected outside, water's going to then be going.
Everywhere.
Yeah, same with the shower. Okay? Same with the shower, same with the sink in there as well. Okay, so what we need is this under here, which you've just just sat on. So we just need to have a look under there.
You need to go off to see.
You can go on the other side if you want.
Yeah.
Right, under here is your boiler. Okay, so you remember that vent outside there.
Yeah.
The yellow lever switch down there, look. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the closed position at the moment. That is actually the drain, the boiler system and your water system. Okay, so in that position now it's closed, so it won't allow the water to drain out. Okay, to drain it, so when you're leaving, all you do is just lift that up. If I just lift it a little bit, you'll just hear the water start draining out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so obviously when you want to get water in, just make sure it's in that position there,
Yeah.
so which is horizontal. You'll soon find out if you forgot to do that, because as soon as you open the taps to start getting water in, the water will be dropping down on the ground under the van, and you'll be emptying your Akerol, and then you'll have to go and fill it back up again, and you'll have a nice puddle sitting under your van. Okay, so that is in the closed position. All your taps are closed. Then you can switch the water pump on. Then what we're going to do now is, obviously I've already primed it just to make sure everything's up and running. What you'll be doing is, if you drain it before, you're going to need to get the air out of the system. So I always start on the cold side, open this tap. What you'll have is a lot of spluttering, trying to get the air out. You might see a bit of spluttering in a second because I did pull the pump out. So what it's trying to do is force the air out of that tap. There we go. So obviously it's got a bit of air in there. Get all the air out, or as much as you can. So once you've got a solid stream of water, then that means your air's out. Then all you need to do is then fill your hot water tank. Okay, so to do that, turn it across to the hot side of the tap. Do exactly the same. It will take longer, because that is 10 litres of air that's got to come out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that could be spluttered for a couple of minutes at least. And you get a lot of that going, splutter, splutter, splutter. Cheers.
Looks like sick coming out.
Ask whatever your question is.
Yeah. If you think of anything, just ask. Don't
No,
worry.
because you haven't got a waste thing on, so where's the water going?
It's just there's a drain underneath this van here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll have hooked ours up first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we got a drain that just runs underneath this van. Normally you see that's quite warm.
It's really hot.
Yeah. Hopefully it is, because I've had everything up running. Obviously it won't be. It's not instant heat.
No, yeah.
It's not instant hot water, but obviously I've fired everything up to make sure it's running. Okay. So do the same with each tap. Get all the air out of the system.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to heat the water then.
Daddy,
Okay.
do you know them two grey things?
Yeah.
Coming out of the one on
Yeah. So what you've got is, the one is your kitchen sink. The other one is for your bathroom, so your sink and the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So down here is your water heating. This is the really important switch, which is the electric side of it. Okay. Really important that is switched off when you've got no water in that hot water boiler.
Okay.
Okay. It's like boiling a kettle with no water in it.
Yeah.
You're going to damage the element.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is really important when you leave site, when you're going home, when you're finished, make sure you switch that off. Even though unplugging the electric will obviously prevent power going to it anyway.
Yeah.
It's all switched off. But you get to your next site and that you've left that switch on.
Yeah.
As soon as you plug electric in and you haven't got water in it,
it's gonna.
The likelihood it is going to trip. But obviously, a few years old, you don't know how many times that may have already happened.
Yeah.
It might be the last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so just make sure that is switched off.
When you're
going home. So when it's time to go home, make
is
sure.
it obvious which is off and which is on?
Yeah, that's on. That's off.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a light switch.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is important, that one.
Yeah.
So you can heat the water on electric.
Yeah.
You can heat it on gas, which is this one here, or you can heat it on both. If you want it really heated up quickly, you can operate on both if you wanted to. Most people tend to just operate on electric. Electric's usually efficient enough.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to use a lot of hot water. Okay. This side of it is your gas. Okay, as you can see that there. There's a ring, so you just turn that. You see a green light inside?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that means that's on. I don't know if you just heard the boiler click then.
Clicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what that's doing now is trying to attempt to light it.
Yeah.
It may fail. So if it goes red, so you see a red light in it, that's failed.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, it's not going to do that now.
Is that probably because of the
Yeah. So options are: you haven't turned your gas on.
Yeah.
You haven't got any gas, or vented cover's still on, or there's air in the system. If you haven't used on gas for a while, the likelihood is there's air in the system. So all you do is failed on red, turn it off, give it a few seconds, check all them things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then if all them things are okay, what you could do is fire your cook up, because then you know you've got gas. Okay.
Yeah.
So then give it about 30 seconds to a minute. Switch it back on again.
Yeah.
Okay. If it stays constant on green, then it's okay.
Yeah.
It's fired up. Otherwise, it goes to red again. Turn it off. Give it a minute. Turn it back on again. What it's then trying to do is purge the air out of the system.
Itself, yeah.
Okay. Once it gets to the gas, then that's it. It'll stay lit.
Brilliant.
Okay. The difference between heating on electric or gas, electric is thermostatic control, but it's 70 degrees.
Yeah.
This side of it, if you just run on gas, you see that's got a thermostat in the centre of it. So
Yeah.
you've got options of 30 to 70.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see if I can get back up again. Right, next thing we'll look at is your heating. So your room heating might be next important thing, or you might even want to get heating.
Guessing that one.
Yeah. So what we've got there is options of electric, which is all up here. That looks very similar to that, but it's not gas. That is electric. You see there it says
Just
230 volts.
yeah.
Yeah. So the gas is actually operated off the fire itself, which I'll show you in a second. So that's your isolator for your heating. So that switches the power on. This is your selector now. So you turn the outer ring, similar again to your gas, but it's not. It's electric. You're selecting either 500 watts, 1,000 watts, or 2,000 watts, or half a kilowatt, 2 kilowatt. So that's heating an element up in here behind your fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is then.
Yeah, and you've also got a thermostat control there. So anything, if whatever number's closest to the green light. Okay, so that being the lowest setting, 9 being the highest setting.
Okay.
Okay, if I switch that off now, you see green light is not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that needs to be switched on. If you turn that on, there's no green light. You haven't switched it on there.
Yeah.
Right. Like these two switches right next to each other. Don't ask me. Okay. Center's off. So that will heat an element behind the fire.
Yeah.
Or you can use gas. So this side of it on the left, gas is a lot more efficient. And it will heat it up a lot quicker.
Yeah.
If you're in the winter time, electric will give you reasonable heat.
Yeah.
But
You might want some-
if you want to, best thing to do is, if you find up on gas first, get the room up to temperature, switch the gas side off, and then to put it to electric, it will tick over nicely on electric then. But if you're quite happy and you sit there with your jumpers on for a while until it does warm up, it will get there in the end. Alright, so this side of it is your gas. So this control is selecting what temperature range more or less, but what you need to do is depress that, which releases the gas, and then you've got your igniter there, so that just bang 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 until it fires up. That's quite lucky because obviously I've had it already fired. It might take a lot longer than that. If you can see down there, you should be able to see the flame. You see that down that? It's like that. You've got to get the exact.
Oh,
point.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see that there. Okay, the selector on here, so your temperature range. The narrow point is your pointer. So obviously round to 10, because that's the hottest, or back round to 0, that's off. Okay, or just past 0.
Yeah.
Okay, this side of it is your fan. So the fan is independent from these two types of heating. Okay, so what that will, this obviously I've got all the heating off now. The fan's still running, so you can circulate air around. Obviously it won't cool it down, but it will circulate around.
Yeah.
Always have some kind of fan running. Obviously that's not your fan, that's a compressor in the back of the shed. Okay, so fan, that's off. Okay,
Yeah.
obviously you can hear it's off because it's not making a noise anymore. To the left is manual. So this control here,
All right.
you can change the speed.